Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. This is Drew Creekmer. I'm a wealth advisor with Creekmer Wealth, and today I'm joined by Connor. He's another one of our advisors, and today we're going to be doing a 5-minute finances. We are going to talk about and really run through the foundational aspects of just good financial health. And so we're going to hop into that. Connor, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Drew. How are you?
I am well, man. I'm well. It's sunny and 65. I can't complain here, so that's always a good day, right?
Oh, it's a great day.
Well, absolutely. Well, hey, we only got 5 minutes on the clock here, so we're going to have to hit it and get through it. So every time we meet with a new client, we always talk through these foundational cornerstones of good financial health. And so we're going to walk through the first couple of them, and we're going to kind of talk about it. So the first one is cash flow management. Now, when people hear this, they think, oh, gosh, I got to have a budget. That's not necessarily what this means. And so, Connor, what is cash flow management, and why is it the first foundational good piece of financial health?
Yeah, like you said, cash flow management isn't what everyone always thinks. It's just knowing what's important. And in finances, that's our numbers. So how much is going in and how much is going out. If you don't know how much you have coming in and going out, you're not going to know how much you can put towards retirement. So that's why knowing what your numbers are is so important in finances.
Sure. And now, how do you figure that out? Do you use spreadsheets? Is there any apps or technology that can help do that a little bit easier?
Yeah. So personally, I use spreadsheets, but I like to encourage our clients to do whatever works best for them. So there's a few different apps you can use, like Personal Capital is a great one that can aggregate all of your accounts into one spot. But I like to just track mine on spreadsheets and look at my accounts and put them in so I know right what it is.
Yep, absolutely. And it's something that actually we've been working on for a number of years. We just rolled out a new feature in our client portal that all of our clients get that we work with that allows you to link your bank account and credit cards in, and you actually can track your cash flow and expenses inside of your client portal as well.
Yep.
So that's another tool that's out there. But yeah, great. Always good to have tools to help you do that. All right. So once you know your numbers, what is the next step? And this to me is the most basic and important piece of good financial health.
Yep. So once you get your numbers figured out, you want to make sure that you have an emergency fund set up. And so that's going to be 3 to 6 months of expenses that are set aside that you don't touch except for those emergencies that come up in life. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great. And so how do you go about building up that account? Maybe if you don't have one, or after, you got to pay for a repair in your car and you need to build it back up. What is our number one piece of advice to people to help them get that done?
Yeah, so the number one piece of advice we go after is automation. It's always easy to remove that barrier and just make sure the money goes in automatically. So once you know your numbers, you can set up exactly how much you want to automatically slide right over to your savings account.
Yep, awesome. And automation is key. I think it's the hidden superpower of building good financial health is just automate your contributions so you don't have to think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Well, so you got your emergency fund built up. Now, what else? So let's say you want to start saving and investing. Where do we start with that? And this is really the third piece, right?
Yep. So one of the first area you should start after building that emergency fund to start investing is looking at what your employer-sponsored retirement account is and what match they have. And you should try to put in money up to that match amount. So if they do 3%, you should try to do 3%. We encourage this because that's just 100% guaranteed return, and you can't beat that in the market. So that's the first step to go after. And then after that, start focusing on opening up a Roth IRA and trying to max that out as you can, and that's $6,000 a year for those who are under 55.
Okay. Yep. So if you're under the age of 50, you can do $6,000 a year. If you're over the age of 50, it's $7,000. That's a nice step up that you also get in your retirement plan as well. You can max out at different amounts depending on how old or young you are. And so, Connor, someone would say, okay, great, I'm saving in my retirement plan at work. How do I invest that? What is a great way to get started with investing in your retirement plan at work?
So the great way to get started is to go after target funds first. So that's going to say, I want to retire in 50 years or 40 years, 30 years, whatever it is, and it'll set up that sort of fund allocation for you. From there, if you're within your Roth IRA that you're trying to choose from, go after things that target the indexes. So certain different funds will track with the S&P 500 or the overall market, and up until $25,000 is saved, that tends to be the best way to go after that. And then once you have $25,000, you can start to diversify, and you can call us and we can work through what those diversifications would look like.
Yeah, we've worked on developing a number of tools to help provide some great diversification, and really that $25,000 balance in your 401k or 403b is key to get to. And so those are the three first steps to good financial health. The next step is life insurance. Now, Connor, do you have life insurance?
I do. I just got some term life insurance for me and my wife. So.
Yeah. And I would encourage everyone to get term life insurance. It's way cheaper than what you think. It's way less of a hassle. It's one of those things that we will talk about next time when we do a 5-minute finances. Again, Connor, we'll dive into life insurance, what it is, why you need it, and the pros and cons of it. And so, guys, that's what we have for you today. If you have any questions about this, reach out to us. Ask Connor. He's a great resource for building those key foundational pieces of good financial health. And so that's what we have for you. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Great. Thanks, Drew.